To complete the Seattle-Everett interurban trolley, the Seattle-Everett Traction Company was formed. Their goal? To break through 12 miles of timberland from Halls Lake to Everett and turn it into a workable railway path. One of those stops would be the Forest Park stop, later changing the name to Alderwood Manor. By 1917, the Puget Mill Logging Company had deforested a large portion of South Snohomish County, leaving them the owners of 7,000 useless acres of stumps and tree roots, much of it along the interurban tracks. With the new rail, hundreds of people would see this land on their way up and down the route between Seattle and Everett. As such, the Puget Mill Company began dividing their logged land into 5- and 10-acre tracts and began a marketing plan to promote poultry farms to potential buyers. To pull this off, though, they'd need a better example of farmland than miles of dead stumps. And so began construction on the demonstration farm. This was the Alderwood Manor plan, designing and building a 30-acre massive demonstration farm next to the railway, for use as an agricultural college to teach new landowners how to work the land, plant crops, and raise poultry for egg production. The demonstration farm was complete with poultry houses, a hotel, a community hall, and a cottage for the farm's superintendent. It even had running water and electricity, luxuries at the time for a luxurious example of what farming life could be. Day riders could see the farm's vast chicken coops and elegant barns, while night riders could see electric lights shining out. Puget Mill Company sold 5- and 10-acre parcels of land for as low as $10 down, $10 a month. For less than a week's wages, any civilian willing to work the land could own their own stake along the rail. They advertised their Alderwood Manor plan throughout the United States. In 1918, Puget Mill accented it even more with the Alderwood Mercantile, now known as the Wickers Building, a general store and post office for farmers to buy supplies and visit with neighbors. Over 1,000 people bought poultry farms and land in the early 1920s, but for many newcomers, farming was not the idyllic life the ads promised. Logging left behind land that was full of stumps and hard tree roots that needed to be removed. It was dense, difficult to till, and harder still to grow from. Even for those who raised chickens and sold eggs, many found it impossible to make a living on farming alone. Instead, they came to rely on jobs in Seattle or Everett. As the Depression and World War II wore on, poultry farming died out, replaced with mink farms or suburban jobs. Many farmers ended up selling their land shares to city developers, taking their dreams of a cozy rural life with it. In 1933, Puget Mill closed the demonstration farm for good, selling it off in pieces, 5 acres to Norman Collins and the rest as single-acre homes. Collins' 5 acres became the Washington Breeders' Hatchery, where it remained until 1970. After 1970, various demonstration farm buildings were passed down from renter to renter. Finally, construction on the southbound entrance to Freeway I-5 in 1997 prompted the Linwood-Alderwood Manor Heritage Association to purchase the superintendent's cottage, dismantling it and rebuilding it at Heritage Park. The city of Linwood moved the Wickers Building and Demonstration Farm's water tower to the park and restored them on site. The city also restored one of the interurban trolley cars and moved it to Heritage Park. These days, all these pieces of the demonstration farm's history live peacefully in Heritage Park, where they're open for the public to see and learn about.